Ilias Lalaounis Jewellery Museum first opened its doors to the public in 1993. Since then, it's been educating, enlightening, and enchanting almost everyone who visits this unique space dedicated to jewellery and the decorative arts.
The building where we are today was originally the Ilias Lalaounis workshop from the early 60s. And when the workshop moved in the early 90s, the building was donated in order for the first jewelry museum to be created in Athens, the Ilias Lalaounis Jewelry Museum. So we have a few unique features in the museum. Some of them are like the jewelry museum workshop we have on the entrance of the museum, where we try the museum to present something different. We try to have very hands-on programs for children and adults. We try to show a different perspective on an art object, which is that of jewelry. The perspective is that you not only see a work of art which has been created in the space where it is presented, another unique feature, but you can also ask many different details on site to the jeweler that we have, how it was created, with what techniques and with what tools.
I got the impression that this is very much a working and living museum. The emphasis lies on learning, and there are many cultural and educational programs on offer here, both for children and adults.
We were very lucky because next to the museum is another lovely building where my father grew up. So part of it was also donated for the library and the administration. And I'm emphasizing that because our library is unique. It has lovely publications on jewelry and decorative arts. It's a research library, and it's open to anyone who would like to study a bit more on jewelry and decorative arts. So, although we have the permanent collection on the first floor with 50 collections that have been inspired by prehistoric art, by the history of ancient Greek art, by 15 different civilizations, nature, modern technology, biology, and some special commissions. We have basically jewelry that we show in the permanent collection, and all the objects, the micro sculptures, are in storage, and these are shown in temporary exhibitions, usually during the summer months, where the tourist period is stronger. And tourists usually like to see the Lalaounis pieces rather than temporary exhibitions on Murano glass or pocket watches or French boxes or anything that we've been showing throughout the winter as temporary shows.
When I visited the museum, I was lucky enough to see this wonderful temporary exhibition, which celebrates outwardly traditional stereotypes of femininity through 3 quirky and offbeat private collections. Lisa Grammatikopoulou Musi lent this collection of Japanese hair ornaments and objets d'art. How about Maria Totomi's amazing collection of thimbles? There's almost any type of thimble imaginable. Some with famous faces, some obviously created for the wealthy, and some for the more humble. But my favorite collection must be the miniature shoes lent by Sofia Barbarescu. There's almost any type of shoe represented here, from 17th century slippers to Cinderella's glass slipper, even ballet slippers. These temporary collections are charming, but the real heart and soul of the museum is in the permanent collections.
So the permanent collection is very important because also it has a focus on the most important designs that Ilias Lalaounis created from 1940 till 1990, and some of the collections actually are also from 2000-2002. The Dawn of Art collection, which is the first collection presented in this space, and it's on rock crystal and obsidian engraved designs inspired from prehistoric cave paintings. So it's always exciting to see the different collections that have been inspired by the history of art. And in this way, our visitors are able to go through the history of art after the eyes of a contemporary artist. We must not forget the classical and the Hellenistic period of ancient Greece, 480 BC till 1st century BC, where the production of jewelry and the techniques that developed were unbelievable. And even today, it's very difficult to master these techniques, even with modern tools.
Whether you live in Athens or are just visiting, don't miss out on the opportunity to see this wonderful little museum. It truly is a gem.